Let me know once you can see the screen. Okay.
Yes, sir. We can able to see.
Okay, sure. So here I have opened like blank page over here, and just I'm going to press the Control Shift J, the shortcut key. Okay, directly it will open the console here. So yesterday we have learned about the basics of JavaScript. So do you have any question from yesterday's session? Anyone? Any question? Okay, fine. So if you do not have any questions, so today we are going to learn about operators. Anyone can tell me what exactly operator is? Please speak up if you know.
It will complete arithmetic operation.
Sorry.
Sir, operators are it is going to use arithmetic operations,
Okay.
complete expressions.
Anyone else?
Also, we perform the operators or operands. There are different types of operator like bitwise operator and
Okay.
arithmetic operator. That like.
Okay. Okay, fine. So first of all, we will see what exactly the operator is. Then we will see the types of operator, categories, and then types. Okay. So here, first of all, if I'm talking about the operator, you need to understand one thing. Like whenever you want to perform any operation, okay, on any operand, then we need to use operator. And without operator, you cannot perform any operation on two different operands or even on a single operand. Okay, let's say here we have 2, and here I'm simply typing 5. So what is the relation between these two? If I'll press here simply, I'll get unexpected number. This is not valid. Okay, so what if I want to perform some operation, okay, on these two operands? Then I need to give an operator in between of those operands. Okay, so we do have like three categories. The operators are divided into three categories like unary, binary, and ternary. So if you will perform any operation on a single operand, okay, on single operand, so that type of operator is known as unary. If you are going to perform any operation on two operands, okay, then that type of operator is known as like binary operators. And if you're going to perform any operation on three different operands, okay, then that is known as ternary operator. So here, first of all, we are going to learn about arithmetic operator, or we can say the mathematic operators. So we will see that. So here I'm just going to type here 2 and then 5. So in arithmetic operator, if you know that we can use plus. So if you are simply typing here plus, so it is just performing what? Addition here on these two operands. Okay, it is adding these two operands and you are getting here that result. Fine. Second operator here we have, let's say same thing. If I'm going to take the minus, so 2 minus 5, I'm getting here 3. Simple. Fine. Now 2 into 5. So multiply if you want to do, simply you need to write 2 into 5, then you will get 10. Okay. Next here we have that is division. 0.4 you are getting. Okay, if you are just dividing 20 by 5, you'll get 4. Now here we have one special operator, that is remainder. Okay, so if you have here, let's say percentile you need to use. So remainder means if it is not completely divisible by this number, so the remainder whatever you will get, it will just print that one. Okay, 5 fours are 20 and the remainder will be 1 over there. So just it will return that value. Okay.
Sir, excuse me. Sir,
Yes.
modulus means remainder only.
Modulus is different thing. Okay. In mod, you will not get negate. That actually I was about to tell you. So in modulus, you will get just absolute value, not negative value. Okay. Just positive number. So this is not a modulus operator. Actually, this is a remainder operator. Okay. So here you are able to get the negative values also. So this is remainder. Fine. If you are dividing like this, you will get minus 4.2. Okay. So here it is not working as a modulus operator. It is working as a remainder operator. So in arithmetic operator, you can see here we have seen plus, minus, multiplication, division, and percentile. Fine. So this is the basic thing here in arithmetic. What else we can do with the plus operator? Like here we have 2 plus 2, isn't it? Just we are able to add. What else we can do with this plus operator? Okay, so we can do actually three things here by using the plus operator, and in different context I'm talking about, the plus will behave differently. So if you are going to use this one plus, simply in between two number operands, it will just add that numbers. Okay, if you have two different strings, because in JavaScript we do have, like yesterday we have seen different types are there. Okay, so let's say here you have 2. I'll remove this assignment operator later, but for now just I'm showing you here. We have one, the first operand you can see is a string and the second operand is number. Can you tell me what will be the output if I'll remove this assignment operator from there, or equal to sign? Anyone?
4.
So here,
22.
sorry.
Also, you said output now. What is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
output?
yeah.
Also, I think it will append, not add. So I think it's 22.
Yes, exactly. It will concatenate. So you will get 22, and the output is also a string, not a number. Okay. So if you'll simply check the type of, so you are getting here string, the final output, that is a string only. So if you will add a string with anything, that will be a string only. So second, I'll show you these things in detail when I'll explain you the coercion or type conversion. Then I'll explain you these things. Just I'm giving you one scenario. Okay, then where you can use this. Okay, so here you can use for concatenation. Apart from this addition, here we have concatenation. Just we are adding these two things as an string. So here we have now the third option. Here we are getting this one as an string. So here we have this one is a string. So you can see that is in red color. If I'll type simply 2, so that is a number. So the color you can identify here. This is number, and here it is in single code. That is also the sign that it is a string. So what else we can do is you can use this plus as a unary operator. So it will just convert anything to number. So here it is giving me just a number. It is just converting this string to number. So as a unary operator also you can use. So three scenarios I have shown you here like that you can use. The first one is addition, second is concatenation, and third one is type conversion. Okay. So type conversion here and this concatenation we will see in question part. Okay. For minus sign also, for plus sign also, for each and everything like whatever arithmetic operators we have seen, that we will see in coercion how exactly it will work. Fine. So this is all about the arithmetic operators. Any question here? Means in arithmetic so many things are there, but I'll explain you like many things in coercion, type coercion. Let's say you have, sorry, 2, or let's say here you have 5 minus 3. What will be the output here? 5 minus 3. That's simple. It will be 2. Okay. What if here we have a string 5? Anyone can tell me what will be the output?
Minus 53.
No.
Sorry, yeah, minus 3.
Sorry. Your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you clearly. Anyone can tell me what will be the output?
Error.
No. So see here also you will get the same result 2. So how actually it is working? If you will see like this, like if you'll try to simply calculate something like this in JavaScript, you will say that JavaScript is weird. Actually, it is working like differently. It should not work like this. Okay. So there is a reason behind this that I'll explain you in coercion type coercion parts. So that's why I said like I'll explain you these arithmetic operators in coercion. Apart from this like normal operation like plus, minus, and multiplication or whatever we are doing here, no, it will do something else if you will use with the different types of operand. So that edge cases we will see in coercion type conversion. Okay. So any question here you have, you can ask me. Okay. So the second one is here we have logical operators. Okay. So in logical operators, we have and, another one is or. Okay. And then here we have not. So how many of you know what exactly the and operator and or operator is?
When both are true, then and operator work. When one is true, then or operator is work.
Okay, either one, then
Yeah,
or.
yeah.
How
And this is
about,
not. It is for true false. Like if we pass something, then it's turn into not means
okay,
opposite.
just a
Just opposite.
negation,
Yeah,
opposite.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Anyone has like used this these operators in JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
You have used in JavaScript?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay.
when we are using ternary operation, we can also, if we have any if condition, then we can use two condition to true it, and after that return anything.
How internally it works, anyone knows? The truth table, how it is? Means for this one, if I'll say for and, what is the truth table? Let's say
It's
here we have,
1 1 1, like that you are saying.
yeah. So let's say here for value A, we have 0.
Yeah.
and for value B also 0. So what will be the output?
Mm,
0.
0.
0. Let's say for A here we have 0, and for B here we have 1. So what will be the output?
0.
0. Then
one,
1 and 0 is
0.
0. 1 and 1
1.
is, here it is 0, no? Okay. So when it is true, you can see when both are 1, then only it is giving me output as 1. So this is the truth table for AND. Okay. And then now I'm going to show you here how exactly it will work. Remember, when you have 0, 0, it will be 0. Okay. When you have 0, 1, okay, it will be 0 only. So, but what is the meaning of 0 exactly here? How it will work actually? Let's say here simply someone said like if I'll write means two operands, A and operator, then B. If both are true, then only it will return me like something true or false. Let's say here I'm writing 2, okay, and 5. Now what will be the output? Anyone?
5.
Sorry,
5, sir.
false or 5?
I.
Why 5? Any idea? No. If you know, then you can tell me like uh,
R operation.
or operation. Here we are using and, no.
And sorry, and operation, sir. It's
So in and, as I have shown you the truth table, if it is 0, 0, then you will get 0. If you have 0, 1, you will get 0. If you have 1, 0, still you will get 0. When you will get 1? When you have 1 and 1. So that is kind of true and false thing, no? So before, if you want to understand this one, you need to understand something here. In JavaScript, yesterday we have seen some types, data types. So whenever you are going to perform something, no, like this 2 and 5, so how it is working? So it will assume these things, the left operand and the right. Remember these things, see how it is going to work here. So the left operand and the right operand, it will try to think in the way of the Boolean data. Is it Boolean right now? 2 is Boolean? No, it is a normal number. This is not Boolean value. In Boolean, just we can use two values. There are two possibilities. Either we can use true or false. But here we have 2 and 5. So what it is going to do internally, you know, see. First, you need to understand here. In Boolean, you know, always there will be two values only, either true or false, isn't it? We have just two possibilities. Now, whenever you are going to perform any operation in Boolean, so when you will get false, the falsy values I'm giving you here, this list you can note down, okay, the falsy values. If you are simply writing 0, you will get false, okay. If you have -0, you'll get false. If you have +0, you will get false, okay. If you have not a number, you will get false. Not a number is also a number, but this is known as not a valid number. You can say invalid number, okay. NaN is nothing but not a number, means invalid number. Then if you have false, then also you will get result as a false. In Boolean I'm saying, okay. Now if you have null, you will get false. If you have undefined, you will get false. If you have this empty string or this empty string or this template literal empty string, you will get false. So how many values are there? You can count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Except these 10 values, each and everything, if you'll pass anything in Boolean, no, that will be true. Remember this. Okay. Just I'm going to press this one. And so just for our reference. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to show you in Boolean. Boolean, here we have one method that you can simply try here. If you'll pass 0, see, you are getting false. If you'll pass -0, you are getting false. If you'll pass +0, you're getting false. If you will pass here not a number, you'll get false. If you'll pass here false in Boolean, that is also false, isn't it? If you'll pass undefined, that is also false. If you will pass, just I'm showing you in Boolean how actually it will be. If you'll pass empty string like this or like this in single quote or simply a template literal, it is false. So except these values, whatever you are going to pass, that will be true. So let's say if you are going to pass 2, so this is true. Okay. If you are going to pass 5, that is true. If you are going to pass, let's say here empty string, that is false. But if you will give one space, so this is not an empty string now, that is also true. If you will pass any empty array, that is also true. So in Boolean, just this is the shortcut that you need to just remember the falsy values. Okay. And except these values, each and everything will be true. Okay. Now you can easily understand. See here. Here we have this. Fine. Just for reference now, again, I'm going to keep. Here we have 2 and operator I'm using, and then 5. So as I said, whenever you are using logical operator, okay, so it will evaluate these things internally in Booleans. Okay, it will assume that here we have Boolean value. So if you will convert this 2 into Boolean, what will be the output? Tell me. Tell me. It will be true or false? Check here. Check here. 2 is in that list, in falsy list. No. So it is true. Okay. Now and operator here I'm using. Fine. And now we have another operand is 5. Is that true or false? I can check in this one. That is not in that list. It means this is also true. Okay. So the first operand is true. Next operand is also true. So you are getting true. But what is happening here in this case, when you are writing simply 2, okay, or let's say here, true and true. Okay. Just to show you here, what if I'm writing here false? False. What will be the output? I'll remove these things. Just tell me false and false. As per our truth table, if both are false, means both are 0, 0, what will be the output? False only. So here you will get false. But how actually here it is working? See, if you will check the precedence and associativity for this operator, so that we will see later at the end of this session. It will start from left to right. Okay, so the first value, when it will see, hey, you have the first value as falsy, so it will not go for the second operand because the first one itself is falsy. And as per the and truth table, if any one of them like operand is falsy, then it will be falsy. So why it will check the another one? Here itself it will return the whatever you are writing. Okay, fine. Now what if I'm writing here true? What it will do actually? Now what will be the output? Why false? Yeah, as per truth table, you can say this is true and this one is false. So it should be false only. True you can assume as a 1 and false as a 0. Okay, so it will check here from left to right, as I said. Here it is true. It will say, okay, the first operand is true, so I have to check another operand also. So another one it will check. And here it is false. So it will return the second one. Whatever you have there, it will return that one. So that's why you are getting here false. Now, let's say here we have left side, here we have true, and here I'm going to write something like 10. Now, anyone can tell me what will be the output here? 10. See,
True. That's
10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's right actually. So what it will check here, the first one is true. Okay, so it will check for the next one. So next one is also true. So next one is either true or false. It will return the next value if the first one is true. Okay, because if you have the first operand as true, it has to check the next one also, because it could be either like true or false, isn't it? So that's why here, if you will see, if I'm writing 2 and 5, so as per the Boolean value, 2 is true, so it will check the another one, and here you are getting the second one as a result, because here this is okay, it is returning the second bit, the first one is true. What if, tell me one thing, what if I'm giving here 0? What will be the output?
It's 5.
zero.
It's
Zero.
0, because see here,
False first
so
is
0 is in that list, no, falsy list. As I said, internally it will assume that, or you can say it will convert into Boolean, then only it will evaluate. So here you have 0, that is not in the form of Boolean, but if you will see, if you'll try to convert this 0 in Boolean, what you will get? False only, and 0 is in falsy list. So if you have this one as a false, you will get the first bit only. It will return immediately that value. This is falsy. It will not go for the next one. Are you getting? Now, what if I'm going to write here -2? Anyone can tell me what will be the output? 5. Exactly, because -2 is not in that list. in this falsy list. So that is true only. So it will go for the next bit, next operand. And whatever you have here, whether it is a false or true, it will return the next operand. Okay. If you'll give here 0, it will return 0 because the first one is true. It will go for the second one. So second one, whether, as I said, is true or false, it is going to return the second one only. If it will get the first value itself or the first operand value is itself as a falsy value, it will return that one only. Is that clear, everyone? Do you have any question here for this AND operator now? How it is working? So whenever you are performing any operation by using this AND logical operator, you need to remember these things, that internally whatever operand you have on the left hand side of this operator and the right hand side of this operator, it is going to convert it into Boolean. You need to think like that it is converting internally in Boolean, and then it is evaluating based on that. Okay. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have the next operator, that is OR. Okay. OR operator, this one. And for this one, we have truth table. Let's say here we have 0, 0. Means for first operand, we have 0. For the next operand also 0. What will be the result?
0.
0. What if you have the first operand 0 and second operand 1?
1.
It will be 1. First operand 1, second operand 0, it will be again
1.
1. First operand 1, second operand 1, then
1.
1. So this is the truth table for OR operator or logical operator. Okay. Now the same condition for this one also. It is also going to assume that first and second operand as a Boolean value, and then only it will evaluate. So now tell me, as per that truth table, if I'm writing simply 1 or 2, so what is the output for this one? Anyone? If you understood like clearly the AND operator, you can answer this one also.
1,
2.
I'm not able to hear you clearly.
1.
1, why?
Take first number if both are true.
As per our truth table,
It will print.
whenever it will find the first value as true, it will return wherever it will find. Okay. So here, if you'll get, if you'll see here, the one is not in that list. It means that is true, the value. So immediately it will return that value, isn't it? So simple. What if you have 0 or 5? What will be the output now?
5.
5.
Yes. Yes. Because if it will check here, if the first value is false, then also it will check the next value, that the second value can be either like positive or negative. So if you have the first operand as a like falsy value, then it will go for the next operand, and whatever you have here, it will return, whether it is 0 or 5. Okay, whatever you have. Is that clear now? I don't think I need to explain again this one also. If you're clear with AND, or also should be clear. Any question here? Anyone? No? Fine. Okay, the third one here we have, that is negation operator in logical operator section. That is not this one, exclamation mark. So what actually it is going to do is, actually this is a unary operator, okay, this is a unary operator. So I'll cover this one in unary operator section. So in logical operator, this also comes under the logical operator, but in unary operator, I'll explain you what exactly it is going to do. So you need to remember here these falsy values always whenever you are going to perform any Boolean operation, or if you are going to evaluate any Boolean operands. Okay, so these 10 values you need to remember. Okay, fine. So next here we have relational, or you can say comparison operator. Okay, that is less than, greater than, then here we have less than equal to, greater than equal to. Okay, we have in operator also. In is there, instance of. Okay, these are also operators in comparison operator only. Okay, so we are going to see these operators in comparison operator. Apart from this, we have double equal to, triple equal to, okay, not equal to, not double equal to. Okay, so we will see these things also, but in not in this section. When I'll start what we say, that coercion part, no, then I'll explain you what exactly these things are. In equality, okay, equality is one topic. If you'll check the that course index, in that it is there, equality, in that we will see. But these operators also comes under the relational operator, or you can say comparison operators section. So now anyone can tell me, like if I'm writing greater than, what actually it is going to do?
So without operands, how this operator
No,
work
no,
in
means,
another?
no, means with operand only I'm asking. If you have A greater than B, okay, so what will be the output? Like that I'm saying. If you have some value, like on the left side and then right side, assume that, like, what will be the output here? In which form? Like, let's say 1 is greater than 2. Now, if you can tell me then.
It will return false.
Yeah, so in logical operator, we were getting actual values, but they were evaluating in the form of what? Boolean. And here you will get always Boolean values, either true or false as a result. Okay. So if I'm going to compare 1 is greater than 2, you will get false, isn't it? So in relational operator, the result will be always in Booleans. Okay. Now 3 is greater than 2. This is true. Fine. Now here we have, let's say 3 is less than 4. This is true. 3 is less than 1. This is false. So this is a relational operator that you can use just to compare two values. Okay. Now we have another operator. Let's say 3 is less than 3 is not correct, no? So if I'm writing less than equal to, then it will check both. Okay, kind of or. So 3 is less than 3, false. But 3 is equal to 3, that is true. So it will return true. Okay. Now 3 is less than 4. So it will return true. It will not check whether 3 is equal to 4 or not. If the first condition is not satisfied, then it will go for the next one, like OR operator. Okay. Now here we have this greater than equal to. So 3 is greater than 4? No. 3 is equal to 4? No. So you are getting here false as a result. And you can notice here, every time we are getting Boolean values, either false or true, isn't it? So you can use this operator. I'm going to declare one array. We do have a separate section like a reference type or the non-primitive types. So in that, I'll explain you about the array and object. But just to explain you that in operator here, I'm going to create one array, and you might know like that array is 0 index based. So here we have 9, comma 5, comma 7. So how many values are there in array right now? You can see here 3. So if you want to check here, okay, if you are going to use in, so in will check just index. So here we have 0, here we have 1, and this is 2 index. So index of 9 is what? Anyone can tell me?
0.
0. Index of 7 is?
Uh,
2.
Index of 7 is?
2.
2. So what you can do is simply, if I'm going to write 1 or 0, okay, and I'm saying check whether 0 is there or not in array, okay, so it will say true. Means 0, it is just returning or checking, you can say, the index. 1 is there, index 1 is there or not? Yes. Index 2 is there? Yes. Index 3 is there or not? We have just 3 elements and it is starting from 0. So it will just check the index values. So you can see 0, 1, 2. So that's why it is giving me false for 3, because there is a no third index. Okay. So you can use this one in operator. We have instance of, so instance of always you need to use for the objects. Let's say if I'm writing this one, empty array, instance of object is true, because if you'll check the type of array, that is also object. So here it is giving you as a true. Let's say if I'm writing here simply true. So true is a Boolean value, not an object. So true is not the instance of object. So that's why you are getting here false. So for this one also you are getting true and false values. For in also you are getting true and false values. So all these operators are relational operators. And always for the relational operators, you will get values as true or false result. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain the two
Yes.
one more time?
Sorry, which one? Which one?
True instance. Why is it giving true?
True? No, that is giving false. No.
Yeah. Why, sir? False?
See, I'm just checking here. Object is one class. Okay, in JavaScript.
Mm-hmm.
And if something is like, let's say here we have this. Okay. And I'm writing here instance of, that is kind of empty object. If you're writing like this, no, that is empty object.
Okay.
Here you are getting error, because JavaScript is understanding this one. That is actually logical. that I can show you what is happening. That is assuming that is empty brace. Okay. So now here see, this empty object is also the part of this object class. So that's why it is returning me true. But let's say if I'm saying 12, 12 is what? A normal number, isn't it? And we'll say check whether it is part of object or not. So it will say no, this is not an object, it is a simple number. Clear?
Yeah, for instance, we need to pass the value inside flower bracket, right?
For instance of,
Yes, yes.
no, not required. This is operator, no? So you can use like a normal operator. Why to use that one?
Suppose if can you pass 12 in flower bracket?
Here you are saying 12.
Yes,
So 12 if you'll pass for object, if you know, like we have to pass a key value pair.
yes, given.
Okay. If you'll write here 12, you'll get error,
Okay.
unexpected number. So always we need to pass this one as a key value pair. There's
Yeah,
a there's a way in ECMAScript 6. If you have the key and value name is same, you can pass simply just key name. That will also work, but not in this case. That we will see. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So we have seen now the relational operators, how we can use in instance of less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. Fine. Now, is everything is clear now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'm writing here simply 1 is greater than 2. What will be the output? Sorry,
False.
False.
false. Great. Now 1 is greater than 2 and 2 is greater than 3.
False.
false.
False. Right. Now here I'm writing simply 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3.
True.
True or false?
True.
True.
True. Right.
True.
Now I'm saying here simply 3 is greater than 2 and 2 is greater than 1.
True.
It's true or false?
True.
True.
See the magic now is false. Why, anyone can tell me? Anyone?
Here, ends are where it is the end. Two expressions method. So it is taken.
Sorry.
It is end type, sir. End means it is two expressions. Three greater than two. Two greater than one. It is the two
So
expressions. For result
yeah,
two, it is taken as an and truth table.
not exactly.
Okay.
Anyone can explain me? One more scenario is there. See, one is sorry, 3 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 1. Now
False.
false or true?
False.
It's
False.
true.
Yeah.
Anyone can explain if you know, or you can think like how it is working like this means 1 is greater than 2, 2 is greater than 3. In the first case is false. That is correct. 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3. That is true. That is also correct. But 3 is greater
Uh,
than
if we put like, I mean, 3 is greater than 2 in that braces, then it will evaluate right 2. But
no.
here we are not using brackets, right?
Even though if you'll use bracket, no, you'll get the same result. See what is happening. See. So here we have, let's say, if I'm writing simply, tell me the output. 2 into 5 plus 3. Okay. And here one more value I'm giving here, 3 plus 2. So what will be the output? Simple. 3 plus 2 into 5 plus 3. What will
16.
be the
16 it will come or what?
16.
it 16? And how you have evaluated this one?
First
Precedence,
multiplication, then addition.
Why
precedence,
yeah,
multiplication precedence.
yeah, precedence. So here you are checking precedence, no?
Yes.
Isn't it? Okay. So the same way as you have evaluated here, you are checking the precedence. So if you have more than one operator, okay, whenever you have more than one operator, you need to check first precedence, isn't it? If the precedence is same, because this one is also greater than operator and this one is also greater than operator, so always precedence will be same, isn't it? If you are using plus and again plus, so the precedence for these two operators is same, then which one will be evaluated first, this right one or the left one? For that you need to check the associativity. Okay, so here you can simply check here JavaScript precedence. Okay, so here you have the precedence table. So you can see the higher the number, the precedence will be, you can see for the first one, the precedence is higher, the 19 for brackets. So whenever you have brackets, you need to perform operation for brackets first. Now I'm going to check the precedence for less than or greater than. Okay, so greater than and less than, you can see the precedence is same. Okay, and associativity, if you will see, means from where you have to start the operation. So here see, left to right. Okay, left to right. So first you need to evaluate the left hand side one, and then you have to come for the right hand. So the same thing here in this case also. What is happening, you know, if you are writing 1 is greater than 2 and 2 is greater than 3, so you are getting false. You know why? You have two operators and precedence is same, then you have to perform operation from left to right, so you need to evaluate this one. Okay, so if you will evaluate these two things here, so 1 is greater than 2 True or false? One is greater than first one. First one you need to evaluate, no? So one is greater than two is false or true?
False.
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 So false here you need to write. And then you are comparing false is greater than 3. So false is a type of Boolean and 3 is a type of number. So internally what it will do, it will convert this Boolean value into number. So that algorithm I'll explain you in the like type conversion, how actually it is doing. We have like automatic type conversion, or you can say the internal type conversion or internal coercion, and one is like implicit, you can say implicit coercion, and one is explicit coercion. So internally what it is going to be here, I'll show you. False. If you'll try to convert this one into number, so plus operator you can use, no? I told you if you use plus, it will convert this one into number. Or instead of doing that, we have one method called number. Here you can pass, see, if you'll pass false, no, you'll get 0. Okay, 0. So when you are trying to compare false is greater than 3, so implicitly it will convert into 0, and 0 is greater than 3 is false. So that's why you are getting 1 is greater than 2 and 2 is greater than 3 as a false. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
So
but we need to remember those table.
table, why to remember means if you know the precedence, you know, like whenever you have multiple operators, then always it will work on the precedence. That the basic thing, you know. So simply you can search. If it is not working as expected, you can check the table here. Hey, the precedence for this, the operator which you are using, you can check, and based on that you can calculate how it is working. So kind
Yeah.
of like debugging. Okay. So even I also have checked here, no? I cannot by heart all those things, but I know what to do.
Yeah, but it's confusing actually. I mean, in an interviewer asked them to
No,
do
then
this
you can
thing.
say like no one can remember. At that time, you can say it will work based on the precedence. So you can ask like if you can tell me the precedence, or the at least if you can tell me the associativity, then I can tell you the output. They can help you in that way. Okay. Because so many operators are there. See here, void is there, type of is there, plus plus is there. So here we have indexing. You can see the precedence value is there. You
Yes.
cannot by heart all these things, but at least you should know the associativity thing. Even though if you don't know the precedence, then at least you should know like whether it will perform from right to left or left to right. Okay, that you need to always remember. Let's say here you have uh 4 into 3. Okay, and here we have 42 in a string format. Okay, divide by, or instead of doing this here only, we can see, type of is one unary operator. Okay, and here what it is going to do, I'm going to simply write, let's say equal to 12 plus hello. So what will be the output if I'll just remove the type of? Can you tell me? Anyone? Type of just represent actually the type of that particular value, whatever you are writing there. So type of is a unary operator. Okay, so simply what it will do,
Number.
instead of performing this operation first, what it will do, first it will check the type of 12. So type of 12 will be what?
Number.
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 Number in what? In single quote, isn't it? So in single quote, if you will get like this, let's say number, okay, and then we have number plus hello. So if you have two strings, what it will do, it will concatenate.
Number hello.
So number hello, you will get. Let's see what you are getting. I'm not sure. Are you getting that?
Yes.
So how it is working? So here you have unary operator. So the precedence, if you will check for the type of, is 15. Okay. Precedence for this one is 15. And for plus, if you will check, where is that plus sign? Plus sign should be 5 or 6. Where is that? Here it is. Okay. So this is unary plus actually. Mm, unary plus. Here we have this one, no, binary plus. Okay. So for addition, we can use this one, and the operation is, you can see the left to right associativity. Precedence for this one is 13, and for type of is, you can see here, is 15. So the precedence, if you see, for type of is the higher. So that's why it is working like this. First it is evaluating here, then the final output, whatever you will get here, it will concatenate with that one. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now this one we can take now. What is true? Or this one first. What is false? You can easily understand now. Let's say here we have this. So 3 is greater than 2. True or false?
True.
True. So instead of this, can we write like this? True. So true is greater than 1. That
No.
actually doesn't make sense. So
Yes.
what it will do, one value is Boolean, one is number. So internally, implicitly, it will convert into number. Which one? So how it will decide, you might like ask, like how it is deciding, like this one should be only converted into number, not the right hand side one in Boolean. Why it is working like that? So for that we have one algorithm that I'll show you how it is working in coercion. So here, for this case, what it will do, simply it will convert this into number, so you will get 1. Okay. So 1 is, means true is greater than 1, means 1 is greater than 1 is true or false? So false. So that's why you are getting this one. 3 is greater than 2 and 2 is greater than 1. So mathematically it is correct, but here how it is working, now you can see. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Now here we have this operator. This one, this expression we can take here. Simply 3 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 1. Mathematically it is incorrect, but how it is working, 3 is less than 2 is false, and false is equivalent to, we know, 0. So 0 is less than 1, so that's why it is true. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is all about relational operators. Fine. Now we have increment and decrement operator. So that is also unary operator. Fine. So for increment we have plus plus, and for decrement we have minus minus. So whenever you are saying, so before that I want to explain one another operator, that is shorthand operator, or you can say compound operator. Okay, so let's say here we have 10 plus 10 is 20. Can you write like this? 10 plus equal to 10? It is invalid. It will not work. When you can use compound operator, let's say here you have var, okay, player 1. Initially the score is 0. Fine. Score is 0 for this player 1. So what you can do, let's say here you have player 1, and in cricket, let's say if you are trying to add just simply 4 runs in it, 4 runs. So what you can do, there's a one way that you can write simply player 1 and 4. Fine. So in this case, you can see the value of the player 1 is 4. What if again he's like making runs, then player 1 is equal to what you will do? Player 1 is equal to, you don't know right now what is the value in it. Even though if you know that is 4, but how you will add again the new value in it? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. You can take like here the player 1 is equal to whatever value is there in player 1,
Plus,
add something in it, like let's say 2 runs more. So the final or the updated value you can say is, here we have 6. So instead of writing this player 1 is equal to player 1 plus 2, what we can write here, player 1 plus equal to, let's say now I'm going to add 6 runs in it. So the same thing, whatever you have written here, no? See here, like player 1 is equal to player 1 plus 2 is the same thing as here. Player 1 plus whatever the score is there, add in that 6. So final score you are able to see, that is 12. So whatever value you have, you can add continuously without writing that operand name or the identifier name here. So then you can use this compound. Why I'm saying compound? Because here I'm using this one plus this one at a time, and I'm assigning also. First adding in the existing value, whatever value is there inside that identifier, and then assigning the new value in it. So that's why it is known as compound assignment or the compound operator. So likewise, if you have something like player 1, and if you want to just minus something in it, like let's say 3 runs, so you will get 9. Okay, if you want to multiply whatever value is there with 3, so you are getting 27. If you just want to divide it by 3, you will get just 9. Okay, if you want to just use this remainder operator over here and 2, here you will get 1. If you'll apply now, if you'll check player 1, so you are getting here 1 only, because every time I'm updating also. So no need to declare any other variable. So in that case, you can use shorthand operators. Is that clear,
yes,
everyone?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Now here we have another one that, as I said, first one is increment. Okay. Increment operator. Okay. So in increment operator, we do have like 2 types of operators. Like one is pre-increment. Okay. And another one is post increment. Okay. Likewise, for decrement also we will see. So before that, I'm going to show you how actually pre increment will work and post increment will work. So increment means you need to increment its value by 1 when you are writing plus plus. So let's say here you have value var, okay, and here you have an identifier called num, simply like this. So what is the value inside num right now? Yesterday I have explained you about this. If you are declaring a variable and you are not assigning any value, by default it will be undefined, isn't it? By default it will be undefined. It is returning what? Undefined. Fine. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to initialize the first value here, let's say as 0. Okay, 0. So pre-increment and post-increment we will see. Where okay, fine. First I'm going to show you, here we have num, no? So if you will add plus plus before that identifier, that is known as pre-increment. Okay, if you'll add plus plus after that, it is known as post increment. But how actually it is going to work? In both of the cases, if you'll see here, if I'm writing simply num is 0 right now. What if I'm writing pre-increment, means first increment, then whatever operation you want to do, that you have to do num. So increment it by 1. So now the updated value, if you'll check for num, is 1. Okay. What if you are going to add num plus plus? Again, the same result. You are getting, num is 1. It will return first its value and then it will increment. Now, if you will check here num, no, it is 2. But what it is returning right now here? 1. So what is the meaning of pre-increment and post-increment? You can see here. Initially, number value was 0. And when I'm saying pre-increment plus plus num, so first it will increment and it will return the result, then only it will do something else. Here we have num value 1 only. When I'm saying num plus plus, means post increment, okay, means first assign its value, whatever is inside that, then increment. Okay, so first it is returning here whatever the value is inside that, that is 1, then it is incrementing by 1. So finally, if you will check the num as 2, it will return. I'll show you one more thing here. Let's say here we have var a is equal to 10. Okay, var b is equal to 20. Var c is equal to b. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? I have declared a variable called a, and inside that I have assigned one value, that is 10. I have declared another variable b, and in that we have value 20. Third variable I have declared here as c, and inside that what I'm doing here, whatever value is inside b, that I have copied here. So what is the value inside b? That is 20. So for c also, if you will check, a is 10, b is 20. As b is 20, so c will be also 20. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is simply here, let's say I'm going to write here c is equal to a plus plus, or you can simply write plus plus a, and then means increment it, pre-increment this value, and then add it with b, and assign the final result to where? In c. So what will be the output? Can you please tell me, anyone?
31.
Sorry,
31.
31. Are you sure?
plus A. A's value is 10, then 11 plus B is 20.
Yes, sir. 31.
21.
Right, 31 it will be. Why it is 31, you know? First it is going to increment. First increment, then only it will go for the any other operation. So what is the value inside this? A is 10. So it will increment it by 1. So what is the final result will be here? 11. And plus B is 20. So C will be what? 31. Okay. Now, if you will check here, value of A, that is 11, because I have incremented here, no? The updated value is 11. A plus plus. What will be the output now?
30.
31.
30 or 31
30.
or 32?
31.
Why 30? I'm incrementing. Still, I'm incrementing. So updated value, you can see, I think you are getting confused here. Updated value for A is now 11, not
Okay.
10.
Okay, I'm taking 10. That's it.
No, no. Actually, here we have just incremented by 1, no?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
31, fine.
31. Here we have value for A is 11 plus plus and B value is 20. So what will be the output, 32 or 31?
31.
32, sir.
Th- th-
11
32.
12 plus 20.
11 plus 20, then 31 only, right?
31,
Yes.
sir.
Why?
32, sir. Because it's a first increment, no? 11.
Post increment means, as I said, the name itself is stating increment it later. Okay. Post increment. First, whatever value is inside that, you need to return that one. So what is the value inside this? 11,
11.
isn't it? So 11 plus B. What is the value for B? It's 20. And then it will increment. So 11 plus B means 11 plus 20, it will be 31. Okay. And now if you will check the value of A, that will be 12. That also got incremented. Is that clear? What is the meaning of pre-increment and post-increment?
Yes, sir.
Pre-increment means increment it first, then only go for the any evaluation or any operation, whatever the operator is there next to it. And post-increment means first you need to return whatever the value is there, and the first this expression will be evaluated, then only it will increment. Okay. First it will return its value, then it will increment. So if it will return its value, that is 11 plus 20. So post increment means later it will increment, first it will evaluate. Okay. So that is the meaning of the pre-increment and post-increment. Likewise, here we have pre-decrement and post-decrement. So we can take the same example here. So right now updated value for A, you can see here is 12. So pre-decrement here I'm doing minus minus A plus B. What will be the output?
31.
31.
Yeah, 31. Now if I'm writing here A minus minus now, anyone? The same way, if you'll observe, like the name itself is saying
31.
post decrement, means whatever value is inside this. So here it was 12. I have used here pre decrement, so it will decrement it by 1, so it will be 11, isn't it? So updated value of A is 11, so it will return first its value, that is 11 plus 20 is 31. and then only it will decrement. So here also you will get 31, but if you will check now value of a, that will be 10. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
The pre-increment and pre-decrement, post in and post increment and pre-increment, everything is clear how it is working. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Now tell me here, if I'm writing 10 plus plus, what will be the output? Or if I'm writing plus plus 10, what will be the output?
7.
11.
Anyone else? You will get error because we cannot increment directly number. Okay. We have to store this value inside any container or an identifier. There only you can use the pre-increment or post-increment. You cannot directly perform this operation on any value. Okay. You have to take the variable name and then you have to increment it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the one side note you can take. Like you cannot increment directly the value. Okay. So this is all about the increment and decrement operator. Now we have exponential operator. Have you ever heard of that operator, exponential operator? Anyone? This is like for multiplication we use single operator, and for exponential operator here we have two
Yes,
asterisks.
sir.
What it is going to do?
Power.
Yes, it will work like a power.
Power square.
2 into 2 is 4, but if you'll use two asterisks, means 2 to the power is 2. Right now it is same. You're not able to identify like what is happening here. Now if I'll give here 3, you will get 8. So what is happening? 2 to the power 3. The meaning of this one, instead of writing this math dot power function and then 2 comma 3, you're getting no. So 2 is the base and 3 is the radix, or you can say the power. So instead of writing that, simply you can use this. 2 to the power 4 is 16. So exponential operator, they have introduced this one, I think in ECMAScript 7. Okay, so this is the latest operator that you can use just for the like if you want to multiply like this, like 2 to the power 4 or 5 or whatever number you have. So for power, you can use this one. Now we have another one, that is ternary operator. Okay, so ternary operator, here we are going to see. Let's say here you have 12 is greater than 30. What you are getting here? False. The syntax I'm going to show you here. Operand 1, here you have to write or any expression. Okay, here slash I'm giving just for the like, you can write any expression. Then based on this expression, whatever you will get, no. So here you will get always the Boolean result, either true or false, like relational operator. Okay, so if you will get true, this part will be executed. If you will get false, this part will be executed, and then semicolon. This is the syntax. Okay, so let's say here we have equal to, I'm giving here. So 1 to 12 is greater than 4. If it is true, it should print yes, then colon. If it is false, it should print no. So what will be the output? Now tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Here we are getting yes. Okay. Now here I'm saying simply no, and here yes. What will be the output?
No.
No, exactly. So whatever text you will write here or whatever value you will pass here based on this expression only, if it is true, whatever you are writing here, the first bit means the third operand, you can say, sorry, second operand is going to be executed. If it is false, the third one is going to be executed. If you have here, let's say 12 is less than 4, you'll get yes, because in the false statement here you have written the yes string. Is that clear?
Yes. Is there any way we can write like 12 is greater than 4? Uh, I mean, if we are writing no in first place and second place like yes, then is there any way can we return yes?
Here 12 is less than 4.
No, above.
Here,
Yes.
here as I said that it will just evaluate this one and it will return you that value, the first one. If it is true, the first one. If it is false, the second one.
So, okay, but is there any way we can, I mean, return yes, irrespective of passing no and yes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, as I said, no. So if this expression is true, whatever you have here on the first place after the question mark, that is going to be executed. If
Mhm.
it is false, here you will get this one. Okay. Now, so this is all about the like ternary operator. We do have unary operators also, like type of, we have already seen plus plus, minus minus means pre-increment and post-increment, post-decrement and pre-decrement also we have seen. Not, we have not seen. So not we will see, actually we can write like this also, single. This one is also unary operator if you're writing like this, and you can write like this also, 2 exclamation marks. So there's like the meaning of these two things is totally different, that I'll show you in question. As I said, these unary operators we will learn in uh, what we say in question. We do have one more unary operator, that is tilde operator. I'm going to list down all those things. Let's see here. Unary plus, you can use minus as well. Tilde operator also you can use here. Okay, this is also unary operator. Not you can use. This one you can also use. Type of also you can use. Okay, plus plus, minus minus minus. Okay, so these are the list of unary operators. Some other unary operators are there also, that is delete. In object section we will see what is the meaning of delete. Void also we have. Okay, void. So these are the unary operators. So this one we have already learned, the plus plus and minus minus. Type of already we have seen, always it will return the string based on the type of the operand. This one and this one we will see in type question. Plus and minus we have already seen, like it will just convert any number, anything into number. If you are using plus, it will return the positive number based on that string whatever you have. If it is a positive string, it will return in positive. If it is a negative string, it will return in negative. So here we have this one is a minus. It will also convert any number in anything into number, and just it will add a negation sign over there. This one is a bitwise operator that we will see just now. Okay, but before that we have nullish coalescing operator. Okay, that we are going to see. So for ternary operator we use this symbol, like operator operand 1, the expression you can see, then operand 2, if it is true then it will be executed, and then final one operand 3, like that. But for nullish coalescing operator you are going to use this one, double question marks. So how actually it will work? This one is also binary operator. Okay, binary operator. So here if you have any like undefined or null value, okay, undefined or null value, then it is going to work like OR operator. Okay, or logical operator we have seen, no? So likewise it will work. Let's say here you have var and num1 is equal to null, var num2 is equal to undefined, var num3 is equal to, let's say, 7. Okay, and here we have these things total, num1, num2, num3. What if you have let's say simply if you are writing num1 and, okay, num2, what will be the output? So inside num1 we have null value, and inside num2 we have undefined value. So now you know the basic rule. We have to check the true and falsy list. Falsy list we have to check. So null is in that list, means this one is false. So you will get null only. Okay. If you have num2, then you will get undefined. And here you have num1, then also you will get undefined. Here we are checking like that. What if you have here the OR logical operator? So the first one is the falsy, num2 is undefined, no? So it will go for the next one. Okay, so next one is also falsy, simply it is returning as null. So like that, if you have a value, let's say num1, and here you have 4, so you are getting 4. What if you are going to use this one? Still you are getting the same thing. So OR will work, OR operator will work with each and every falsy values, whatever I have mentioned in that list. But this coalescing nullish coalescing operator will work with the just the undefined and null value only. If you have, let's say here 0, it will not treat that 0 as a falsy value. It will return you the 0. Okay. So here the main trick is like, if it is true, it will return that value. If it is false, it's going to return the next value. Okay, so here let's say if you have 12, so this is true the value, no? So this is true because it is not null, not undefined, so it will return 12 only. It is not going to check the another value here. But for OR, if you have 0 and 5, it will return you always 5. Here you have, let's say 0 and 5, then it will return 0. Okay, you understood? If you have OR operator, it will check each and every falsy values. But if you have this nullish coalescing operator, it will check just null and undefined. Okay, fine. So if you'll see here, we have first one, num1 is null, num2 is undefined, num3 is 7. So what I'm going to do is first I'll put here num1, this operator, then num2, again this operator, num3, again this operator. So what will be the output? As I said here, if it is true, it will return that value immediately. It will not go for the next one. If it is false, it will check the next bit. So what will be the output here?
7.
7.
7, exactly. So here the first one, when it will come, so for num1 here we have value, if you'll see, that is null. So as per this operator, null is a falsy value. It will go for the num2. So num2 is again undefined, so that is also falsy value. And here we have num3 as a 7, so that is a true value, so it will return 7. Okay, now let's say here I'm going to declare it as false. Okay, and I'll just copy and I will paste it here. What will be the output now?
Done.
Why? I said this will treat just null and undefined as a falsy value, not false.
False.
You will get false. Okay. Now, again, if I'll give here, let's say something like this, null, then it will give me
Done.
done. Is that clear,
Yes.
everyone? Okay, fine. Now, one more thing I'm going to do here. Let's say here we have undefined, not undefined. Let's say 12 and 3. So what will be the output here?
3.
3. And then I'm giving here this operator and I'm just writing here 10. So what will be the output? Anyone? See, you will get error, you know. So here we can pass just 2 operands. So you need to put this one in bracket. First, it will evaluate this one. So you are getting here 3 as a result for this one. And 3 is a true value because that is not a null or undefined value. So you will get 3. So always you need to write expression if you're writing before this operator, that should be inside parenthesis. Is that clear? Everyone? We have seen the operator precedence also, like how actually it will work, and associativity. Now in JavaScript, we have like very important operator that generally we use for the encryption, or sometimes like we do some bit manipulation. So bitwise operator we have, but before that, I'm going to show you like what are the possible numbers, or we can say the formats which JavaScript allows you to define in your code. So here, if you are writing simply, let's say num, okay. So it is not defined. Okay, fine. So I'm going to simply define the one variable, that is num. And in num, what I'm going to do, num is equal to, I can write 10. So 10 is a decimal number. Okay. Okay. Here I can define like this. First one as 10. I can write like this also, 10.00. So you are getting 10 only. Okay. What if you have 10.05? Then you will get 10.05 only. Because if you have just 00, it will assume that it will trim that 0 and it will return you 10 only. So here you can define integer number as well as floating points number. Second possible values. Now, if you have num is equal to, let's say here 10, not 10, let's say 2 e, okay, is nothing but exponent and 2. What is the meaning of this? 1e2, let's say. Anyone can tell me? This is like scientific value, or you can say the exponential value. This is also allowed in JavaScript. So 1 here we have, that is nothing but 1 into 10. Base is 10. So that is 10.
Just like log 10.
Kind of. See how it is. 2 to the power, sorry, 10 to the power 2. I think it is working like that only. 2e2 will be 200. How it is working, see. If you have just 1e2 means 1 into 10 to the power whatever value you have after the this is known as, I think, mantissa part power you can use here, that is 2. Here you have, if you are writing 2e2, simply write like this. Okay, so you can define this exponential values also as a number. What if you are writing simply num, okay, is equal to 08? What will be the output? Anyone?
8.
8. If you are writing simply 010,
10.
you are getting 8. If you are writing 013, then you are getting 11. What is happening?
Convert binary hexadecimal.
No, it is returning me in octal format. And in octal, when I'm saying oct, that is 8. So you can define any number from 0 to 7. If you'll count from 0 to 7, total number count will be 8. Okay. So if you are writing simply 010, it is not same as 10 in JavaScript. Okay. Whenever you are writing 010, if you are starting with 0, that means it is octal number. Okay. Another way is here, if you are writing 0 and O, that is also octal. Okay. Either you can write 0 and then whatever number you want, you can write, or you can simply write 0. O means octal. In caps also you can write. Okay. So the first one we have seen here, that is a decimal number, normal number, then floating points number, exponential number, we have seen here, like we can define octal numbers, isn't it? In two formats. Now, let's say if I'm writing simply 0xf a d, what will be the output? Zero xf. Now it will return me the hexadecimal value. Okay, so f is nothing but 15. If you'll start counting from 0 for hexadecimal number, the base will be always 16. So 0 to 15 you can use. So 15 is the last value. So 0 to 9 is total 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. If you'll count till now 9, that is total number is 10. And thereafter it will start counting from A is equivalent to 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15. So if you are simply going to write FF, you will get 255 because it is going to multiply 15 into 15. Okay. I think 15 into 15 is 225. Yeah, so in hexadecimal format, what you have to do is, I think there's a formula like 16 into 1 power so 16 into 0 power 1 is 16 into 0 power 2 is 1 second. Yes, 16 32 like this. So it will be like this. Here bit I will explain you tomorrow. I don't have right now that pen tab with me, so I can explain you how actually it is converting. If you know the number formats, how it converts, so it is converting from the normal number to, you can say, if you are writing like this, it is just converting into hexadecimal numbers. Okay, so here we have seen the decimal number, floating points number, exponential numbers, and then we have seen octal, hexadecimal. Now I'm going to write here simply 101010. Okay, so what will be the output right now? Anyone? Or I'm going to just make this one as simple 111. So what will be the output? This will be 111 only, but if you'll add a prefix as 0b, means binary, so it will be 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7. So it is converting into binary numbers. Okay, and how it is converting? Just give me 1 minute. Let me add the pen tab here. Actually, it's already 10:58. So yeah, I will try to explain these things in tomorrow's session, and I'll explain the bitwise operator also. And then we'll start with the control statement and conditional statement.